You know, it's almost like I live in a different world. A world where a good majority of the population have been taken over by aliens. It's like a funny horror sitcom program, or maybe a horror story like Scream. It's a strange thing where common sense is no longer prevalent in the society, in the world. It's almost like the humans have had their bodies taken away and there's now an alien being inside them, where that alien being is going to believe that men can be women, women can be men. Just talking to my dog here, and even she's looking a bit shit. To believe that children should be able to decide to manipulate their bodies because they have a feeling that they're a boy or a girl, or even take some drugs to affect their body, so they're going to have even more issues growing up. The treatment that's not been properly tested, and when it has been tested, has been pretty severe towards children. So much so that the government got involved in the UK not so long ago and stopped it from actually happening. But there are people out there that believe that doing that to children is actually a good thing. However, in the same breath, if you was to ask the question, whether or not children should drink at like their ages, that they believe that 4 or 5 year olds should be able to take drugs or manipulate their bodies. Are we able to give them drink? Are we able to give them, I don't know, alcohol? Are we able to give them, heavy drugs like cocaine? These same people, because they've been overtaken by these aliens, I can only think it's aliens, would say no, you can't do that, because that, they don't understand that, and it's going to be bad for them. This is the world that we live in right now. It's a strange world. It's a world where if you tell the truth, they tend to want to close you down. If you go along with the cult, if you go along with saying that you believe that a man can turn into a woman, or a woman could be turn into a man, or a man should be able to walk into a woman's toilets or changing rooms, or a man can compete with women. Do you know what I mean when it comes to like the alien being being put into these bodies? Because it's either that, or I don't know, what do they call them? Chemtrails that are coming through the sky? I never believe in all that, right? But something's got to be happening to make people act this way, talk this way. Because in my world, they're mad. They're psychotic. What they say would, when I was younger, would probably put you in a mental institution. Biology doesn't seem to matter to these people anymore. Looking after children doesn't seem to matter, but they try and make out they're trying to look after children by giving them the drugs and manipulating their bodies. Because children are unable to do that because they've got the mind to do it. It's a strange thing. And this world that I'm now in, which I wasn't in before, I was in a world that was very, very similar to this world, that was normal, that knew what kids needed to do, understood they couldn't do much until they were at least adults, understood that men cannot turn into women and women cannot turn into men. These things were just like there, When I was a kid, it was just, not questions. It was just there. Now, it's the questions. So the world that I live in right now is not the world that's relevant.